This is TechCrunch.
As robots increasingly enter human spaces, robotics companies will need to think about safety differently than they did when robots were largely siloed from their human counterparts. Sonair thinks its sensors can help robotics companies reach their safety goals. With a solution that is both better and cheaper than popular LIDAR technology, the Oslo, Norway-based company built an acoustic detection and ranging sensor for robots that uses high-frequency sound. These sensors send out ultrasound waves and capture how the sound echoes back. These signals give robots a three-dimensional view of their surroundings. This data complements a robot's other sensors and cameras to give the robot's operating system a clearer picture of the environment. Sonair co-founder and CEO Knut Sandvin, in an interview with TechCrunch, said, "Perception for a human. What we're using the most is our eyes, but we're also using other senses to perceive our environment, our ears, and our brain to interpret all our senses. The same is for robots or autonomous machines. They're using cameras. Cameras are really great for understanding the environment, but they're not good for reliably detecting objects under all circumstances. Sonair is designed to help fill those gaps, especially for depth perception. Traditionally, robotics companies turn to LIDAR sensors, which send out beams of light and measure how they bounce back to gather that information. Sandven said Sonair's sensors are a better option because they can capture more comprehensive data. The sensor's output is structured in a standard industry format, Sandven said, so it's designed to work alongside a variety of different robotic hardware and software. The company released its sensor earlier this year and has since seen strong demand from the robotics field, with multiple companies planning to incorporate Sonair's sensors into their next robot models, Sandven said. Sonair has also seen demand from the industrial safety sector. Sandvin said companies are using the sensors to detect when people enter areas with heavy machinery so the machines can be shut off automatically before an accident happens. Now, Sonair is looking to scale up adoption of its tech and just raised a $6 million round to do so. The round included new and returning investors, Scale Capital, Norway's state-backed Investinor, and ProVenture, among others. Sandvin said that investors who are active in the robotics space immediately understood the problem that the company is looking to solve. This isn't surprising, as safety will likely become a major concern as robots start interacting with humans more, not unlike the safety conversations that emerged in the early days of the self-driving car industry. Fadi Saad, a general partner at robotics-focused Cybernetics Ventures, which is not an investor in Sonair, recently told TechCrunch that potential safety concerns were one of the reasons he doesn't expect people to want humanoid robots in their home anytime soon. Saad told TechCrunch, "The kind of dirty secret of humanoids at homes is there's a lot of safety, lots of security, lots of concerns. If this thing falls on pets or kids, it will hurt them, right? This is just one aspect of a big hurdle that no one is paying attention to, or very few people are paying attention to. The kind of dirty secret of humanoids at homes is there's a lot of safety, lots of security, lots of concerns. If this thing falls on pets or kids, it will hurt them, right? This is just one aspect of a big hurdle that no one is paying attention to, or very few people are paying attention to." Sandvin said Sonair doesn't currently have direct competition for its sonar-based sensors, but that could change as more companies try to find safety solutions for robots. "My goal is to have this technology in all robots, like you have with cameras. If we talk again this time next year, we will have a pretty good indication whether that is the direction we are heading." When most kids rebel against their families, they might become a ski bum, join a band, or go to art school. Shen Ming Lee decided to start a company. Lee told TechCrunch, "I grew up in the conventional palm oil industry. My family's business is one of the top producers in the palm oil space. And so I grew up a little bit, I have to admit, ashamed of what my family does." Palm oil has come to dominate the market for vegetable oils, with the raw ingredient and its derivatives appearing in everything from snack foods and cosmetics to pharmaceuticals and biofuels. But along the way, it has deforested vast swaths of the tropics, especially in Southeast Asia. The germination of Lee's startup, Terra Oleo, emerged in 2022 when she met co-founder Boone Iranikul, who, as a doctoral candidate at MIT, had developed microbes that could produce building blocks of plastics using agricultural waste. Lee said, "I really had this desire to build something that was maybe going to build on my family's legacy, but in a way that was more in line with my values as a Gen Z sustainability leading person." We got thinking about what we could do differently, matching his expertise with my connections and strategic network. The Singapore-based startup has been operating in stealth for nearly 2 years to develop microbes that can transform agricultural waste into a variety of oils. Terra Oleo has raised $3.1 million from ADB Ventures, Better Bite Ventures, Elevate VC, the Radical Fund, a strategic corporate investor from the palm oil industry, and other investors, the startup exclusively told TechCrunch. Lee and Uranucool are also part of this year's Breakthrough Energy Fellows cohort. Palm oil can be refined into dozens of derivatives, so Lee and Uranucool mapped them to determine where to begin. She asked, "What are the most high-value ones, but also technologically, what's easier for us to tackle and lower hanging fruit?" There's the illusion that crude palm oil is the end-all be-all. She added that the raw ingredient is a very low-margin commodity. Instead, they decided to skip straight to higher-value products, including cocoa butter and specialty oils used in the cosmetic and pharmaceutical industries. To make those oils, the company selected 3 yeast species based on the microbe's abilities to produce certain oils when fed with organic waste, including from agriculture and biodiesel production. It then used genetic and metabolic engineering to boost and tune their ability to produce certain fats and triglycerides. Currently, the company is still in the lab producing grams of oil at a time, but Lee said that Terra Oleo plans to use the funding to produce kilograms worth of the stuff. Already, Terra Oleo can produce oils for the cosmetic and pharmaceutical industries at costs far less than what they sell for. That's mostly because the startup's microbes produce the right chemical from the start, eliminating the need for pricey refining. Lee said, "We're looking at upwards of 80% margins for some of these specialty oleochemicals because they're really expensive to produce conventionally." Hitting the scale needed to replace significant amounts of palm oil won't be easy. Last season, the world produced nearly 79 million metric tons, according to the USDA, though the market hasn't grown significantly in the past 6 years. For Lee, that's an opportunity to show existing palm oil producers that maybe there's another path. We're not going to change from palm oil to other sources overnight. It's so prevalent, it's such a versatile ingredient that I think it's going to be a slow transition where we're working with the industry to get to that diversified production mix that we want to see. That's it from TechCrunch. For more tech stories like these, go to techcrunch.com.